No, I'm not gonna lean across that. That hurts me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Woke Wednesday. We got some ones that we're going to cover today that we haven't seen in the past couple of weeks. I've got a Woke Folks. We've got a Simp Saver Sam, who's been missing from my lineup for like 3 weeks, I think now.
Yeah.
We haven't gone over him. I've got, what is it? The new one, the Liberty
Hangout?
Yeah, Liberty Hangout. And then if we have enough time, I also added Amir to the list. He's got a woke review. So if we got time, we'll go over that one. If not, it's cool because I've got a full lineup for us anyway.
Yeah.
And also, I want to say congratulations to my son. We'll be within the next 3 weeks. We'll be getting him a new Zolo
puppy.
Yep, a puppy. So
got a new partner coming.
Yeah, new partner in crime, so that he can go and do all this stuff. It's only, how old is it right now?
Almost 3 months. By the time I get her, she'll be about 3 months, I think.
Yeah, and definitely be able to do some damage with her and have some fun in life.
She's very cute.
Yeah, she is.
He wants to call her Maravilla, which means marigold in Spanish. So.
That's cool.
Mara, for sure.
Mara. So definitely. So we're going to be trying to work a way to get her in the next 3 weeks here. We got our vehicle, so shouldn't be an issue. Alrighty, let's get into this. I'm going to set up our stuff. Should be very simple.
Let's get into this.
Thank you. Okay. StreamYard.
Don't forget to mute it.
I know.
So I had, of course, to Google it last night. So a little scared to put it in my search engine, but I did. And apparently there is research on the subject. Not much, but there are what they call MAPs, minor attracted persons. No. And the limited amount of research that's done on these dolls, guys, suggests that they actually, for people who are attracted to minors, that these dolls actually decrease their proclivity to go out and attack children, that it actually gives them a release that makes them
Yeah, I'm off to an awesome start here. It's like I'm already have to stop this because wow, what a way to start off this this live is by straight out this one. I remember this from a while back. It literally they're trying to say that people who have these dolls are less likely to commit things, when it's like, get real, because I mean the dolls are not living. It's not going to be the same. Which reminds me too, I just saw on one of the sites, I can't remember my resources for what it was, where it was, but they said that one of the states is just made legal the death penalty for people that are hurting children,
like pedophiles.
Like pedophiles. They just made it legal in some of the states. It was on one of the things.
Oh, really?
It passed.
But they have to be found guilty of it.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, I guess. But that's cool.
Yeah, that's a start.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a start to shut down this nonsense. I mean, we just watched Matt Walsh talk at the California State.
Oh my gosh. That's what we should have reviewed.
We should have.
We should have done that, because that was crazy to watch some of these people that were coming. Just the people coming in with their masks, and then there was the one that had the mask and the face shield.
Yes.
Hair all screwed up and everything, and they were all like...
That's my favorite!
They were all against the bill, which is supposed to ban women or men from being in women's spaces, which includes sports and bathrooms and
Yes.
stuff of that nature. And for some reason, despite what we saw, where it seemed like a majority of the people were in favor of this bill, it still didn't pass. It was rejected, and
No, the Senate
Here we
the
are.
Senate stopped it 6-2 and 6-3 respectively. And it's like, this is absolutely insane to me. I get it's California. I get we are the most crazy state that you will ever find for
but
this
it
type of
wasn't
thing.
representing what the people were.
No, it
saying.
isn't.
That's
The
crazy.
senators are not doing their job, so the people need to think about overthrowing this committee.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
They're
I mean,
not
it's
representing.
from Matt Walsh's study, it was like 80% to 20%. Even Democrats
Right.
are wanting this to pass.
Right. It's common sense.
Yes.
And yet somehow it did not. And
And they're just saying, well, see, it's not fair to the trans. And okay, as I told my wife earlier, I will give it to them. The true trans people that are out there, they're right. This isn't necessarily fair. I mean, I feel bad for them. But it's the guys that are coming in and saying, I'm a woman. Oh, I identify as a woman. What are you going to do about it? Getting in people's faces about it. Going into women's restrooms and literally, sexually assaulting. I mean, just throwing their pants off and not caring. I mean, it's clear as day they're a guy.
Yeah.
And they just don't care.
Yeah.
This is what's stopping it. If the trans really, really wanted to work on this, then they would go after those people themselves.
Yeah, like Ty was talking about, he said back, 30 years ago, it was so strictly self-policing. It's like you risk getting beat up by the trans community, like trans on trans crime, if you were doing these sorts of things, because they did not want it to be coming down on them like that and having exactly what's happening. And
they're allowing it.
There's no self-policing anymore, and everybody's gotten soft and weak, and they just, I don't know.
Because, I mean, even most of the trans people, even the true trans people, the ones that just want to transition and be done with it. They don't want to be told that they were a gender. They don't want to be seen as this or that. That doesn't matter. See, even them, they're getting sick and tired of this new rise that's coming.
Mm-hmm. It's not the same thing.
It's not.
Like, they used to go to a great deal a great deal of trouble just to be passing and to fly under the radar. Not look at me, now I'm better than you, and I must be respected. You must respect my pronouns. It wasn't never that, and now completely out of hand. And there was a couple people that I saw in the line that were voicing if they were for or against this bill, and they identified as like non-binary, when clearly, I mean, there was a guy dressed like a guy with a guy's haircut, wearing guy's clothes, and a pair of earrings.
I'm non-binary.
What?
Yeah.
No. It's a mockery. It's a joke. It's
the stupidest thing ever. That's what it is.
Welcome to California,
Yeah. Exactly.
Them less likely to go outside of their home.
Would you call someone a cat if they wanted to be called a cat? I'm dead serious.
Dead ass, I would. Like if that's what you want to tell me.
Their pronouns are meow meows.
I don't want to deal with reality.
What do you think about Trump's new 2-gender policy?
I don't know much about it. Anything Trump does is kind of bad.
I think it's stupid. I think it's evil and draconian. I think we need
evil.
I just can't.
Just so you know, he said that there's only 2 genders legally now, male and female.
Ooh. What I want to say is,
please.
Trump
shouldn't be one person's take on what somebody else identifies as.
Shouldn't put things in place to make them feel uncomfortable or feel like what they're doing is wrong. They should be accepted just like anybody else.
I might oppose it if I knew of another gender.
It doesn't affect anyone but themselves on what they identify as. That's how
I would disagree with that. I would say it does affect somebody. If you're choosing to self-identify a certain way, and it truly means self-identification, it wouldn't affect anybody else. But if you're asking people to place you in certain positions allow you into certain spaces, then it is dependent on what other people think as well.
These wokey students think the gender spectrum is a galaxy. When will they land back on planet Earth?
We're with an independent FSU news organization. The FSU chapter of the NAACP released a statement saying that this event was hateful, inspiring violence to Black, LGBTQ, and marginalized students on campus. How do you feel about this comment?
Did you follow up and ask them what their evidence was?
You were talking about Martin Luther King Jr. and said that he has a troubled past and that the Civil Rights Act of the 1960s was a, quote, horrible mistake on the part of the U.S. government. There may be actions taken because of that belief that you have.
So different opinions make people feel unsafe at FSU?
They believe that it has a greater movement behind it, yes.
Right. So did you ask them, like, are you a child? Let me be very clear. The world is a really dangerous place where lots of people have different ideas. Just because someone comes and has a voluntary event and has different perspectives should make you feel unsafe. I've done this so many times, happy to do it again. When ending segregation, good. Going so as far to create a permanent affirmative action, basically diversity, equity, inclusion, Leviathan within the Department of Justice. Do you know of one instance where the NAACP has spoken out against the lack of fathers in Black homes in Tallahassee?
I can't speak on anything.
That's interesting. So the NAACP will make this huge thing saying Charlie Kirk is dangerous and unsafe, and yet they won't go to the Black community. Hey, we need more dads. Newsflash, dads not being around in Black communities is a much bigger threat to the livelihood of Black America than Charlie Kirk coming to Florida State University for 3 hours. Maybe the NAACP should stop trying to keep on ginning up this mythology of racism in the country and go after some of the core issues of what's been driving this country and Black America towards worse and worse socioeconomic results.
Charlie Kirk gives a lesson in diversity of opinion one-on-one, proving it's not an existential threat to wokies.
Do you think that President Trump is making America great again, or is he making it worse?
No.
Clearly making it worse. Clearly making it worse.
What is one specific thing that is making America worse?
Well, there's a lot of things that we
That's good. I'm looking for one.
They're
censoring
decreasing
funding for the Agriculture Department DEI training.
Yes.
Okay.
They're, taking away several important educations of all Black history, of LGBTQ history. They're not letting us say words like gender or cisgender or all that kind of stuff in like studies and stuff, which is stopping from like really important things that like could be discovered.
Mass deportation.
All right, this is very interesting, and I see it time and time again with these people. It's always, can you name me one thing that Trump is doing that's bad? And it's like, well, I have a whole list of things.
Yeah,
I said one. I said, please give me one, and then they start going off, and then you're getting things like, oh, well, he won't let us use words like cisgender. He won't let us, he won't let us have more than 2 genders because that's delusion. There are only 2 genders.
Also, the government can't take that away from you. If that's what you really, truly, honestly believe, nobody's going to take that from you.
Yeah.
You can believe that to your heart's content. It's just that legally, federally, you can't use those gender markers, quote unquote, on, you have to go by the gender or the sex you were born.
Exactly.
Legally, federally. But if you want to be that way in your own home and in your own private life, the
Yes.
government can't take that from you.
No.
That's your own belief system. Whatever, have at it. And there is still such a thing as freedom of belief. So you're a little bit protected there.
Exactly.
We just don't have to be forced to also live that also, because we
Yes.
have our own freedom of belief system too. We're not
We do.
forced to fall into that delusional ideology.
Yes. And it's like, you can go on about the gender situation and say, well, yeah, but there's at least 3. But in reality, you got a male and you got a female, okay? But then you got somebody that's in between. They still most generally will identify with one gender more than the other.
Yeah, even the true intersex that we have seen from that one program
Yeah.
that we watched and everything.
They pick one to go off.
Yeah, they either pick. There was a couple that were like a bearded lady, like literally 50%, just like right in the middle.
Yeah.
But if it's more than 50% this way or that way, then you're most likely going to identify as that gender.
Exactly.
And the one transgender that was there, they were like, well, me being transgender doesn't really have anything to do with me being intersex. It was just something that they had chosen for their life. I can't remember what the reasons were.
Yes.
But yeah, she said, whoever said that it was not really because of their intersex status. So
Exactly.
To use that is it's really asinine.
It is. And, you know, I mean, okay, so we got that. We got the gender situation. We just covered that. You've got the immigration. And right now, all that Trump is doing is this mass deportation. Well, yes, these people, these people came here illegally. They
Yeah.
are not legal documents. I mean, if you're trying to be like, we'll just let them be here, that's a slap in the face to immigrants that actually come over here and go through the process.
Yeah, it takes years. I mean, like I said, some of the Filipino girls that I had said that they started their process when like 15 years old.
Yes, and then they do all this stuff to get over
You
here.
gotta get a sponsor. A lot of the time they're freaking abused.
Yes.
They're overworked. They're, used to be nurses that are shoved into this little tiny house, this little
Exactly.
tiny hotel room all together while somebody's collecting a paycheck for them being there. They go through hell to get status.
Yes,
here.
and then you got these illegals that are coming over here, and like here in California, man, they could get a car over a natural citizen that's been here his whole life. I couldn't even get a car, but yet an illegal immigrant could just come over, and the companies can't say no to him.
Yeah, I still don't see how. I have to like kind of like fact check that one independently.
But okay, let's just go off of what we do know. They were getting benefits.
Yeah, and that is true, and I can understand that they were getting benefits, but maybe not necessarily cash benefits, because he was undocumented for 4 years of his life, and he still ended up getting health care.
Yeah, he did.
But but not any other kind of benefit.
Yeah,
So I mean, but it probably does fall under something else if you're an immigrant from a different
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
But they do paint him as quote unquote undocumented, which is not the same thing as being an illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
I mean, an undocumented could literally just be somebody who was born here that doesn't have documents.
That is very true. They could very well be that.
But as far as we know with the Haitians, we know that by their own testimony, they were getting a marginal amount of money every month to be here. And they did have driver's licenses somehow. At least they had driver's licenses. I don't know if they were able to go get a car or not, but they did have driver's licenses.
They had cars.
And they were driving them like GTA style.
Because, I mean, no matter what, nobody can stop you from getting a car if you buy it with cash. If you have the cash and you go up to another person and just buy a car,
right,
you can't get stopped.
Right, but maybe not from a lot.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I've heard that a few times, but I have never experienced it, and I don't really know of it firsthand. I don't have any proof that actually happens. When I did my research before, it says that it doesn't happen, that they can't, because it's the same kind of reason. They have to have like an established bank account with an established amount of money that's been coming in from an employer source for at least 3 months. And since they're routinely paid under the table, you don't have that.
Yeah.
So the only way to do it would be is if they had cash and if they had a license.
Yeah, I mean, the only one I can go off of was what Steve told me, my old boss and stuff, and he said that his friend got denied a vehicle.
But also, how many years ago was that?
That was a while back. Yeah.
You know,
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm just
trying
trying
to keep an objective perspective here, because what's bad enough is already bad enough. You don't
It
have
is.
to make stuff up. And a lot of Steve's friends were inherently racist and stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to say. You don't really know that person's situation. You can't do that. You can only talk about what you know.
Yeah.
And like I said, cite my sources. What sources do you have? One from the left, one from the right, and down the center. But you've only got one, and it's not good enough for me. So I don't know that. But what's bad enough?
It is.
Bad enough.
Yeah, it is.
We do know, we've seen firsthand testimony from different places, at least in wherever that was, where the Haitians were. They did have cars and they did have licenses and they were getting money from the government. It wasn't the $3,000 that everybody seems to say that it is.
Yeah.
It was only about $600 or $700. But when we can't even get that, and we've been here,
Exactly.
that's bad enough.
Yeah, because that was Colorado, right?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
It wasn't
exactly
here.
where it was. It wasn't here in
They
California.
they weren't here in California.
but they were driving GTA style all over the place, crashing cars, just get out and walk away. And, you know, they were hurting people.
Yeah.
And, you know, pets were ending up disappearing and everything. And I mean,
Yeah,
so
I think it was Colorado.
I might have been, yeah. I think it was in Colorado, Chicago, or something. I can't really remember. But they were bringing these people in by the busload, like just like in a matter of 3 to 4 weeks. They said that there was like 7 different locations in the mid states.
Yeah.
That they just bust them in, dropped them off, and then took off again. You know, like, and just left them there. And so all the county service buildings were completely flooded with the immigrants, the illegal immigrants, trying to get benefits and trying to get stuff sorted out and everything. So it's like it's the stuff that we do know because we've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other thing that we were talking about when we were talking about Trump and his administration, the other thing that people are complaining about is Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And how he's cutting costs of things, and you know, everybody's always afraid that they're having their benefits cut, they're having Social Security cut, and all that. That hasn't happened.
There's actually talk of increasing Social Security.
Right. And then he's talking about like only taxing people over $150,000.
Yes.
Right. And that's what the left has talked about for years and years and years. It's like redistribution of the wealth, and don't you know, just tax the rich. You know, don't tax the poor. And so he's thinking about actually doing that.
And then now they're just wanting him gone.
They have a problem with that too.
Yeah.
He actually goes to Congress and to the political parties that make strangely an increased amount of money in a short amount of time, and he's auditing them too, which is exactly what the left had always wanted. You know, they wanted to better police the, you know, Congress and everything. That's not good enough either.
Exactly.
Like, you can't win with them.
No, you can't. There is no winning with them, and that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, just listening.
We're going over these conversations, you know, because we started one thing and now we've added on 2 more points to it.
You know, and that's just, you know, listening to these people, and it's like they don't even know why.
Mm-mm.
For no reason. Exactly. People who work here, who are providing for things that we use, like crops and stuff like that, that now have to leave, and we won't have access to them, and it'll make it more expensive.
If an individual entered the country illegally and committed another crime in the country, do you think that individual should be subject to deportation?
No.
I think it should be the same as if someone was born and raised here and did that crime.
Okay. You do know that 80% of Americans say that if you're in the country illegally and you commit something, as it can be just robbing somebody or something like that, you should be deported out of the country. That makes you guys, with the 20% of America, it's a pretty radical, I guess, position to hold. So, I mean,
I don't feel like this energy
Yeah,
is right.
I think we're lost. I think we're lost in translation. Yeah, we definitely.
Just a dash of simple stats sends these wokies sprinting from the interview. Too much reality.
Like, example of bacteria is life, right? Do we agree on that?
It's living, yes, but it's not human life.
It's life.
But it's not human life. I'm after human life. I don't care about animal life.
Okay, you're saying life.
Human life
above all other life on the planet.
Yes.
That you yourself are more important than
like pigs
every
and stuff,
tree, everything. Wow,
absolutely.
That's really
The Bible tells me it's
so sorry.
That's fine. You can think trees are better than us. That's fine. But like, you don't truly believe that though, because when we cut down trees, you don't have signs that say that you're killing. That's a murder tree. Should I be charged for murder for like cutting down a tree? You don't actually believe that. The Bible says we have dominion over the creature. Yeah.
A Christian debater dismantles woke college kids with logic so sharp, it cuts deeper than their philosophy books.
Omar, are you going to go kill Jews?
I'm not going to kill Zionists.
You're going to kill Zionists?
Zionists.
How many Zionists do you want to kill?
As many as I can.
You want to kill as many Zionists as you can?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a
That's
Zionist.
interesting.
You want to kill me?
How old are you that you want to kill Zionists?
Huh?
So you want to kill me?
You're a Zionist?
I'm a Zionist. So you want to kill me?
Let's go to Palestine and we'll celebrate.
You want to kill me right here?
Left to Palestine.
So you want to kill me because I'm a Zionist? Do you want to? What is Zionist? What is a Zionist?
You're really
No. What? Give me the definition of a Zionist.
You're the definition. Well, you're the definition of Zionism.
So what's the definition of Zionism? You want to kill us? Just tell me what's the definition. Why do you want to kill Zionists?
Because all they care about is killing all the Arabs.
All the
Arabs.
Arabs?
Yeah.
I'm Arab. I'm from Yemen and Egyptian. How they want to kill all the Arabs?
Yemeni and Egyptian?
Yes, I'm Yemeni and Egyptian. Habibi. Most of the Jews, most of the Israelis are Middle Eastern. You know that, right?
And you're Jewish?
Yes, I'm Jewish. You know, that's a hard,
He was living in Egypt.
But you, Habibi, want to kill.
I know that Jews
You,
live in Yemen.
you want to kill Jews. You want to kill Jews.
No, I want to kill Zionists, bro.
You want to kill Zionists.
When all the Zionists are gone, then who's next? No one.
No one's next.
That's how you're gonna do it. What's the plan?
So, Omar. We know your name is Omar. You can take your thing off if you want.
You don't know what my face looks like, so
We know what your face looks like. I told you. I told you. We just need your eyes, and we get your. What you just did now on video was one of the dumbest things you ever did, because I'm gonna post it. It's gonna go viral. You're gonna get ID'd, and then you're gonna get arrested for what you just did, because that's an act of terrorism. What you just said, that you want to go kill all the
what active
senators.
terrorism is?
Yes.
You know what active terrorism
What?
is? What Israel's doing? Bombing, killing everybody.
Everybody.
Yes, in Palestine.
Everybody in Palestine is getting killed by Israel.
Yes.
Not the Hamas. Not the people with your bandana. No. But you're gonna kill all us. You're very good.
A pro-Hamas supporter threatens violence on.
Hey, Sancho, good to see you. This is absolutely ridiculous. These people don't even know what a Zionist is. I mean, I don't either, but I wouldn't act like I was.
It's a supporter of the Jewish state. I mean, and it used to be an extremist group in a way. But before we get into that, I did want to say that I did a really quick search about like if illegal immigrants can in fact purchase like cars from lots.
Yeah.
They can.
See?
But it is difficult because they have to have, like I said, the bank account, the income, and they have to be able to provide insurance. But they can even anybody apparently can even buy a car without a license. Not just illegals. You don't have to have a license as long as you have insurance. It's like, how are you going to get insurance if you don't have a license? You know what I mean? So as long as they can provide car insurance, then yes, they can in fact finance a car and purchase a car. Weird kind of loophole.
But you can't drive it off the lot. Or they shouldn't be able to allow you to, so I don't understand.
And let me give you the true definition of a Zionist. Like back in biblical days, they were an extremist group that were like really, they were really aggressive in trying to defend the Jewish state, and they used to say, what was there? No authority but God. And they would even fight Romans, just like they would, they're conspiracists. They would fight Romans. They were really kind of a violent group. But in short, it's a person who supports the creation of a Jewish homeland in Israel. The term Zionist comes from the Hebrew word Zion, which refers to a hill near Jerusalem. Let's see. The movement was a response to anti-Semitism, persecution, and discrimination. The World Zionist Organization was established in 1897 by Theodor Herzl. The State of Israel was founded in 1948. Zionists believe that all Jews are one nation. They believe that the only solution to anti-Semitism is to establish a Jewish state in Israel, which I thought they already had. Zionists believe that Israel should exist as a democratic homeland for the Jewish people. There are different forms of Zionism, including political, religious, socialist, and territorial Zionism. There are also different factions within Zionism, such as the Zionist left and the Zionist right. So it can be a negative thing, much like anything else that's left and right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just somebody who wants to have a unified Israeli state.
Yeah.
Which,
gotcha.
I mean, I kind of thought they already had.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe they're saying that that means they would want to get rid of Palestinian people altogether so they could have all of it be the Jewish state. I don't know.
Well, they're saying that no matter what, it has to be radical, is
Right.
what they're acting like, and it
Right.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Hi, son Joe. Thank you for joining my live stream earlier, like yesterday. I wanted to say.
But yeah, that's what Zionist is.
Okay, thank you.
What? I don't know.
On camera. Hint, not the brightest move.
Are you scared? Why don't we talk? Hey, let's talk.
No, I'm not talking to you, dog.
Are you scared?
I'm not. You're being.
Chicken, walk, walk.
That's so embarrassing.
Walk, walk.
That is so embarrassing.
More embarrassing than being a libtard? What's more embarrassing? See, this is what you call people that are libtarded, and we're allowed to say that. You see these people, they actually are so delusional. They think Elon Musk is somehow taking away from
You
kids.
can't be here.
What do you mean? You own this
I'm
street?
happy to go talk to you over
Why
there,
can't
but
I
you
be
can't
here?
be here right now.
Why can't I be here?
People aren't going to answer your questions here.
Okay. Well, I'm allowed to be here. It's a public street, right? Yeah.
Yeah, how about we go talk over here and I can answer your questions?
Well, why don't you answer it right here?
No,
'Cause you're
I'm
scared?
not going to. I'm not scared, but I don't want
Is
to
it
talk
because
right
you're
here.
libtarded?
No.
Yeah, you're so smart. You think Elon Musk is taking money from children? Is Elon Musk keeping the money? How's he stealing it? Is he keeping it? Is he keeping it?
Libtards twist the U.S. education revamp into an Elon Musk cash grab from kids. Fantasy much.
Give them attention.
Why do you like abortion? Why do you like
see you?
Why do
Are
you
y'all
like
stupid?
Why do you like abortion so much?
It's fun if nobody goes up.
I don't know. Just because it's cool. I want every woman here to get an abortion.
What the?
How about that?
Guys, this is the future of our country. They just love to kill
You're on the
babies.
opposite side. You're like,
Yeah,
she's
I don't
like,
want.
too left, you're too right.
I don't want babies to be aborted.
Everyone's gonna get the woke mind virus. We're all gonna change our gender and everything.
How many vaccines have you had? How many times have you been vaccinated? Have you been vaccinated this year for COVID?
No.
But why are you still? Honestly, though, don't you think it makes it harder to breathe with the mask? Not forget politics. Let's say politics aside. Let's not even talk politics. But don't you think that it is harder
You
to
know what
breathe?
makes it harder to breathe? How much, pollution these corporations pump into the air.
What I mean is, you seem like a nice person. I know you said some mean stuff to me, but why wear the mask? It just seems.
because I want to. Damn, what happened to freedom of expression?
Okay, I agree. If you want to wear it, you can, but it just looks kind of scary. COVID's over. There's no. You don't need to live in fear. You don't need to live in fear.
Are you being a snowflake right now?
Yes, I am, because you seem like a nice young trans person, and
I'm not trans. I'm a cis woman.
Oh, damn.
I am a girl. Damn,
Sorry, I thought you were a boy. I apologize. I thought you were a boy.
You've never seen a girl with short hair?
I don't know. You have Vans on. You have jeans on. It's
These
hard
are-
to tell. We're on a college campus. It's hard to tell what is what. I apologize. I'm sorry, young
What happened to
lady.
the I can tell? What happened to men can't be women?
What? What? Yeah, men can't be women. Men can't be women. You can't be a man.
You just refer to me as a guy.
Well, I thought you were. I
What
apologize.
changed?
Yeah, it's hard to tell these day and age. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You guys don't even know your own politics at this point. It's very sad to see.
No, I know my politics. I just couldn't tell if you're a boy or girl. I mean, I know you, but you should be able to, you. Actually, you're trans enough. You could pee in the men's restroom, I think. And everybody, yeah.
This narcissistic wokey despises society yet can't seem to leave it. Alex delivers a reality check with a side of mockery.
Your bill, the Republicans bill that they're trying to pass, they're trying to cut food stamps. They're trying to cut WIC. So what do you have to say about that? Yeah, people are living on a shoestring about it. What are they going to do now that those helping things are gone?
First and foremost, it should be a safety net, not a hammock. And yes, we absolutely should means test this. People who are able to work should work, and we should not subsidize people that endlessly leech off of the federal government.
100%
Period.
agree. What I'm saying is that there are people who do work and who still cannot afford it. So what do you say to those people who they are working, they're working hard?
I
and
just
they
told
still
you.
can't
I just
afford
called
it?
BS on your whole scenario.
Wokey cries, food stamp cuts. Charlie Kirk steps up to the blackboard for a schooling session.
Completely unfamiliar with child sex dolls. So I had, of course, to Google it last night. It's a little scared to put it in my search engine, but I did. And apparently there is research on the subject. Not much, but there are what they call MAPS, minor attracted persons. And the limited amount of research that's done on these dolls, guys, suggests that they actually, for people who are attracted to minors, that these dolls actually decrease their proclivity to go out and attack children, that it actually gives them a release that makes them less likely to go outside of their home.
Defending pedophiles? The room's shock was palpable and louder than her logic.
Why have we been providing abortions for as long as we have? If
As long as
scientific
it's
consensus is
73.
that is,
Remember, at one point, we were slaves.
Yes.
And then we was wrong, right?
you're positing that this decision to have slavery in our country is the same as deciding to allow abortion. I don't think those are,
Yes.
you can equate those.
Do you think slave masters considered babies in a womb as future assets and property?
Probably.
And they treated it as much, right? That's why they got them pregnant. What if I told you the idea of the value of a baby lessening once they lost control over that? Because it went from, oh, I no longer have a worker versus, oh, now they're about to overpopulate us. And once they become overpopulated, then we lose white supremacy or power or control, whatever. That was the idea when it was introduced in the 30s by Margaret Sanger. And when she came up, she was a eugenicist. She's like, man, the black population is rapidly expanding. We need to do something about it.
Okay.
And one of those ways was abortion.
So what I believe about that, I believe that I think that give me a second to collect this.
He dominates the abortion debate with a blend of cold facts and harsh historical truths.
Are you calling Elon Musk a Nazi?
Yes.
Now, that's not very nice of you.
It's just true. It's not very nice that he chooses to be a Nazi.
Has Elon Musk killed 6 million people?
He would if he had the chance.
What do you think the salute was?
We're coming,
You know that Hillary did that too, right?
No, she didn't.
You know Hillary did the exact same thing.
You know it's
waving. It's waving.
It's not waving. He did it twice.
What?
See the truth.
What about waving makes you a Nazi?
What are you talking about waving, bro?
He did this.
You think he did that by accident twice? One to the flag behind and one.
Do you know how many liberals have done that?
I thought it was a Roman salute. Is it not a Roman salute?
Do you know how many liberals have done that?
I thought it was a Roman salute. Are you going to answer that?
My point is liberals have done it too. Democratic leaders have done it
Liberals
too.
are doing Roman salutes.
They have done the exact same thing, yes.
Show us.
Watch Hillary Clinton, look it up.
Elon Musk a Nazi? Wokies struggle with consistency when the script gets flipped.
Worcester, Massachusetts, held a vote on whether it should become a transgender sanctuary city.
Normally, I would say good evening, but through the chair, I will only impart my sour grapes.
My name in drag is Dee Dee Delight. And my name out of drag is Dewey Cosgrove Atienza.
My name is Pastor Julie Payne Britton. I use the pronoun she and her.
Okay.
So they're talking about Nazism and Elon Musk being a Nazi. And
Yeah.
has he killed as many people and everything, right?
Yes.
Well, nobody ever talks about the genocide that is happening with Planned Parenthood and other companies like it.
Exactly.
I just looked it up now, and it's crazy. Globally, like all around the world, approximately 200,000 abortions occur
God.
daily. Daily.
Daily.
That's 200,000 potential
Lives lost.
every single
Single
day.
day.
And in the United States alone, it's between 1,500 to 2,500 every single day.
That's sickening.
That is a genocide.
Yeah.
And over 38% of those are black. And then, let's see, let me check the demographics. I know that Hispanics are the next one down. Yeah, okay, so no, it's non-Hispanic black women have the highest abortion rate, accounting for over 38%. So you have like these Black Lives Matter people that are always rallying about stuff, but they never ever talk about that. They never talk about the genocide
No.
of their own people through abortions, right? And then non-Hispanic white women come in second place, accounting for over 33%, and Hispanic women rank third, accounting for 21%.
That's
And then Asians, Native Americans, and etc. account for only about 7.2 of all abortions. So ones that actually have some sort of strong family value.
exactly are less likely.
Yeah, but 38%, and they want to talk about like genocide and being Hitler. You know, I mean, like
Yes, that's your genocide. It's right there.
that's crazy. 200,000 every single day. So they said worldwide about 73 million induced abortions occur every year.
Yes.
And 61% of unintended pregnancies end in abortion. So 73 million. That's a whole nother. Like,
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then Sancho just said, let's cut the bullshit. Basically, abortions are women avoiding their adultery and promiscuity if it's not just killing their kin.
Exactly.
I know.
Yeah, like 61% of unintended pregnancies end in abortion.
Yes, and like we've talked about, we've been there. We've had the issues too with the abortions. But we promised never to go back after we found out and realized a couple of things.
Yeah, and talk about our experience. And I mean, like for one thing, feminism lied to me for years and years and years.
Of course, yeah.
And then my mother coerced me into it, you know. And then like you still don't find out until many years later the true evil behind it.
Yeah.
And it's,
and I mean the women are lied.
Accountability.
Yeah, and the women are lied to anyway. You're told, well, the baby can't feel anything.
Right.
Oh, well, the baby's, it's just a clump of cells. It's this, it's that. Okay, so tell me why then, when they actually watch the ultrasound of a baby being ripped apart, is it trying to get away from the tools, trying to literally survive?
Yeah, why does it have those instincts?
It is a baby. It is there. Deal with it.
Yeah. And they always want to bring up, the whole, oh my God, so if you have a 10-year-old that's raped, should she have to,
That is the stupidest one.
And it's like, that's 1%.
That's 1%. And it's like that's what they'll bring up.
And medically necessary things, including that and including incest, are covered. You're protected.
Yeah.
Like all 50 states have protection.
And we saw that this one guy earlier, and he's one of the new priests street preachers that I've been watching, and he's really good with his argument. But one that he will not bring up about it, that I've heard and I love, is the fact that you do not solve trauma with trauma.
Right.
Going through an abortion to get rid of a traumatic experience
doesn't negate that first traumatic experience.
Exactly. And what did that baby do to deserve it?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say on that, because it was like we would be here for a really long time, but that it's so true.
Also, did you guys know another fact to add?
About lack of male reproductive rights, men don't have the right to abortion. The lefties argue for women for that right. Yeah, men literally have no say, and a lot of men need to speak up for that.
Yeah, even Michael Knowles spoke on this.
Yes.
And I agree. More men need to speak up about this, because it's not just a female thing. Okay, males, I think they said males are like 60% of the babies that are killed. I think they did research and found out.
Right.
Are male.
Right.
So yeah, it is a male issue.
Right.
Because males are being killed.
Not to mention that is still 50% of your DNA.
Exactly.
I don't agree that men should be able to say, no, you have to go have that abortion. Because a lot of women will say that. They say they were forced into these abortions by men.
I mean, some probably were. Some probably had no choice.
Yeah, probably. But I think that men, if they don't want that child, they should be able to sign away their parental rights if that's the
Yes,
case.
exactly.
If they want to be free and clear of it, then they should be able to do that without having to be stuck paying child support and stuff. Because if a woman can abort or send them off for adoption without any kind of
Exactly.
Consultation with the father, then the father should be able to sign away his rights and not have any like legal attachment if that's the case. I know. I don't think it's right.
It's not.
And it's like I said, that's still 50% of his DNA, and that's like arguable in court.
It is. It's very much so that.
And there's so many men that say they don't want these babies to be aborted, and they do it anyway. And
yeah, there's a lot more cases now of the women just going and doing it, and the man saying, no, I want this baby. Right. I wanted us to have a family and to move on.
Which is like, it's my body,
my choice.
Yeah, I don't want to have to go through that. I shouldn't have to go through pregnancy. I shouldn't have to go through childbirth. And it's like, then you shouldn't have made that decision.
Yeah, you should not have slept with somebody.
Right. And then they make the argument that many of them already have children or are already married. And it's like, it doesn't matter, dude. You just... It is what it is.
My favorite one is, well, we don't have the money to raise this child. It takes a lot of money to raise a child.
Right. And they want the government to provide more incentives to have children and to raise. And
I'm sorry, they already have enough.
They already have quite a bit of incentives. It's like they act like they either don't know about it or they just act like it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
But every state has some sort of welfare program in place.
California's got a big one.
Yeah, to help take care of these children that are born.
Yes.
I mean, come on, get real. Don't
exactly.
Don't do that shit.
I mean, it's crazy. It honestly is. And you know that we've got big voices on this one.
Yeah.
And can go on for a long time.
For sure. But let's get back to this.
Yeah.
That there's another heretical priest up here.
Yep.
And I am disabled cisgender lesbian.
I speak as both the B and the T in the LGBT. I speak as someone who is always misgendered, like all the time. People refer to me as sir when I prefer to be referred to as ma'am.
That's the new face of the resistance. The golden age put him in a dark place.
I'm shaking right now. I don't want to be here.
Please.
I'm sorry, am I taking too long pleading for my life?
I need the city to protect me because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am. You better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
I do not want to be here. It's my day off. I don't want to spend an hour applying glitter on my face so that you will hear and see me.
Can you look at me and tell me how many of my friends need to die before you do anything?
Please wrap up.
Look at me.
Okay, we're all done here.
Pathetic.
We're all done. Come on.
And it wouldn't be a drag show without a musical number. Oh my gosh. Worcester saw all that and sided with the drag squad. It's now a trans sanctuary city.
Meet the fresh faces of the woke resistance. More like a comedy troupe than a political force.
Is speaking out tonight against stickers with hurtful messages posted around downtown Mount Clemens.
They're calling it harassing hate speech and say it won't be tolerated as the sheriff's office launches an investigation.
Tonight, 7 News Detroit reporter Christiana Ford is raising the voices of business owners and the city's leader.
You can see remnants of the stickers posted here in a popular downtown alleyway. It's language and messaging that's not being tolerated by the community.
You can see like bands or, different brands.
The alleyway downtown Mount Clemens is a popular spot for stickers, but not this kind.
And I came this way and there was a big sticker right here.
Marcel Johnson first noticing these black and white stickers with QR codes promoting White Lives Matter and straight pride on Wednesday, and then again Friday morning.
But I think it was just a high traffic area that they wanted to target.
So he tore them all down, hoping that would be the end of it. But as he was talking to us, we found even more.
Yeah, me and the police just walked through here. There's no way somebody came back and did that. It makes me more angry than anything.
I'll take a Butterfinger. Marcel and his wife Taylor opened up shop here downtown Mount Clemens because of the inclusive and diverse community, and says this
won't be tolerated.
Everyone knows we're not intimidated. We won't be. Things like that will always be taken down here.
And local businesses are sending the same message.
We're very disappointed. You know, we're a close-knit community for being a big community, and we think everybody matters.
We don't stand for it. This is an all-inclusive community. It always has been, and it always will be, and everyone is welcome, but keep those thoughts to yourself.
We're not going back. We're going forward. We're going to take as many people as we can with us.
So are city leaders like Mayor Laura Kropp.
I was shocked first, and then extremely, obviously defensive of my community, because I know that that is certainly not the values of our community.
As the home of Macomb County Pride, they are taking the harassment seriously. With no cameras in the alley, they're considering making a change.
As some of us come up, we're taught to, ignore these kind of things.
Also, I just wanted to say on that these companies doing that by hanging the trans flag up, by hanging the rainbow, by hanging any of that stuff up, and then tearing down the white matters, that's not being inclusive.
That's what gets me. It's like they say that everybody's welcome, we accept everybody, but keep those thoughts to yourself. So they're allowed to have their stickers, they're allowed to have their flags, but other people can't put up.
Exactly. If you're going to be all inclusive, allow everybody, then you have to allow all of it.
Like what happened to free speech.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Things, and it's to be expected. I never thought it'd be at my front door, though.
The Macomb County Sheriff's Office tells me they are investigating and tell me they will be stepping up patrols in this area, especially on the midnight shift. In downtown Mount Clemens, Christiana Ford, 7 News Detroit.
Their own tactics backfire hilariously with White Lives Matter and straight pride. Checkmate by irony.
Lil Nas X, take your ass back to Old Town Road. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. You guys don't belong here. I'm so sorry.
Hey, did you just tell me to go back to where I came from? Sounds kind of racist to me.
Oh, you students are racist. Old Town Road, baby. Old Town Road or Kent State, either one.
They think I live at Kent State. They actually think I live on campus. Someone already bought me some.
A black Trump supporter delivers a history lesson to wokies preaching about origins. Turns out, facts do travel.
Like as far as guns go, so a lot of states, they have things like waiting periods, registration, background checks. You can't carry them in most, like right now in DC, 99.99% of people here can't carry a gun here. So I mean, would you like to be banned from public places?
No, I wouldn't want to be banned from public places.
You don't want the same rights as a gun, right?
No. What?
Because you said you want the same rights as like a gun, right?
Yeah, by the fact that they want the guns here in this country. They don't want my people here in this country. They want to deport us.
I mean, it comes with all these other sort of stipulations of you can't take it out in public. You have to store it in this way. We'll criminalize it if you do, and we'll put you in jail. You got magazine capacity limits. You have background checks, registration, all these kind of things. Would you like to live under that sort of system as like, would you like to be treated as a person that way?
No, I guess not.
Caught in a gun control gaffe. A wokie contradicts her own argument. Rights for me, but not for thee.
I am a 27-year-old transgender woman. I am a wolftherian and a member of the furry fandom.
When and how did you discover this inner wolfness?
Probably around age 10 or 11. I was watching an anime about wolves and see the wolf running across the screen, and I'm somehow just intrinsically like, oh, that's me.
Have you spent any time around biological wolves?
Yes.
That sounds dangerous also. What context are you?
So I was a volunteer with a preserve, and I've also visited many wolf preserves.
Are you able to communicate with the wolves?
Am I going to have a conversation with a wolf in the way that I'm communicating you and I? Obviously not. Am I going to read their body language, respond appropriately to their behaviors and their nonverbal cues? Yes.
Would you be able to give us an example of this wolf communication?
No. I'm not comfortable doing so.
Okay.
Matt Walsh meets a lady who identifies as a wolf. Howl at the moon much?
Really think young women are watching Bonnie Blue 1,000 Men and going, I think.
All right, you're on.
Okay, so we actually do have wolves and wolf dogs, and we actually do run programs where, you know, we teach people about wolves and wolf dogs, and I can say that I would not allow somebody that looked and acted like that to be around my animals.
Exactly. That's what I was saying while we were watching it. I'm like, oh, what preserve would actually have her working?
Right. Unless she like drastically like cleans herself up and doesn't look so much like a clown. Absolutely not. Yes, wolves do communicate. Yes, you can communicate with them. Hell, I have full, long conversations with them, but it's just mostly a lot of just sitting around and doing nothing and watching eye contact. You know, there is a language there.
Of course.
And it was one of the first languages I ever learned too. But like, I mean, I spent summer after summer living on like preserves and stuff when I was like 9 to
You did.
about 13, I would say. My education with them started really, really early. I always felt like a wolf on the inside. You know that whole story. But like she says that she sees a wolf running across the screen on an anime, and oh, that's me.
I know that's what got me, and it's like really from an anime.
You know, that's what gives us all a bad name.
It does.
You know, and God, that bothers me. But yeah, just the way that she's looking and acting, I can say with full certainty, I would not want her around my animals. There's no way in hell. She would probably molest them.
Probably.
You know, it's like because being part of the furry fandom on top of it, it's like there's always some weird sexual shit that's going on there. It's like, oh hell no. Don't touch my animals, you know?
Exactly.
But it's like, yeah, as somebody who actually lives with the wolves and has their entire life, and you've lived now for, almost 20 years.
Yeah, and everybody here gets to hear him just about live.
Yeah. Yeah, that bothers me. That's annoying. You continue.
Sancho said, looks like in order to go forward, we got to go backward. The evilest people were the ones that would try to trick people into thinking they were the good ones.
That's so common.
Yep.
It is. It's like...
just like all the women. We're not going back. To what?
I think we do. I think we do need to go back. I think we need to go back to a simpler time.
Yes.
Where we had simpler gender roles, where you had
exactly
very clear expectations of each other. I think we do need to go back. I really do. And honestly, God, I wouldn't mind wearing a full freaking face scarf and everything, going out in public. You know, I wouldn't have to worry about makeup. You know.
I know.
Yeah, I think we do need to go back. I think we need to undo some things and start fresh, because that demographic worked for thousands of years.
It did.
And
it did, yes.
Beautifully. And then all of a sudden you come to the past like 250 years and it's all gone to crap because everybody wants to be a special little snowflake. And yeah, I think we should go back. One of the things is they're trying to make people deny what they see with their own eyes.
They are, yes,
like,
for sure.
When you see women literally getting hurt in these sports from trans people, getting their faces bashed.
Oh my god, broken noses.
Broken noses,
it's so bad.
How you have somebody who is running mid-pack as a male and then comes and obliterates the women.
Yes.
You see it with your own eyes.
And they're trying to say, well, no, they don't have any advantages.
You know, that's when you know that we have come too far, and it's like it's time to step up and rebel, because they're trying to make us believe something that isn't true.
Gaslighting.
We can see with our own eyes, yes, to the extreme.
Yeah, they know what they're doing and they're doing it.
Right, and it's like I almost make it like illegal. I mean, look how uncomfortable people are when you ask them the simple question of what is a woman.
Yeah. Or, they don't want to answer it because they don't want to get in trouble with their friends. They don't want to get...
It's almost illegal. You know?
I mean, I can very simply answer, a woman...
Adult human female.
Adult human female has XY, right?
I think so.
I think we said XY chromosomes, males XX,
I always get it mixed up.
Whatever it is. But either way,
I mean,
That's what it is. A female has female body parts. A male has male body parts.
It's the same way that you can tell a mummy that's 3,000 to 4,000 years
Yes.
old if it was male or female.
Exactly,
I mean,
the same way.
bone
Then
structure.
I mean, anymore though, you're not going to be able to tell.
Well, yeah, you will.
For our little area, it's like, well, I mean, if they try to go off of their own scale.
No, but I mean, like in 3,000 years, if they dig somebody up, the bone structure and the chromosomes that they can test off it are still going to tell them.
Well, yeah, of course. So it's going to tell them that way. It's not going to tell what they identified as, though.
No, nobody cares.
No.
They won't care. They won't care in 3,000 years, 4,000 years, Although, would it change the chromosomes if you took hormones, though? Like if you did the cross-sex
No, I don't think so. I
hormones?
don't think the chromosomes change.
So yeah, so they'll be able to test the bones and the tissues and say exactly what the hell you were.
You said when I say go backwards to go forward, one of the things I mean is not falling into simple, false, dangerous doctrine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I totally agree. Just strip it back to basics and not like listen to these idiots because they got so many people scared.
They do, that's for sure.
All
right, let's see what else we got on this one. This one's good.
Yeah.
This is our longest one.
Okay.
I think I could do that.
Yes, I can prove it. And here's how I can prove
okay.
it. 10 years ago, when OnlyFans started, there were not very many creators on it doing pornography. As this has become normalized and as there have been certain breakout stars, this is very mainstream and very popular, famous women.
Wait, so how does
are
that
doing
prove
this.
that young women are watching it and going, oh, now I should f 1,000 men?
My husband just was on a podcast with a girl who was like, yeah, I dropped my OnlyFans while I was still in high school. I started thinking about it when I was 15. And she literally said, I'm watching all these famous women make bank and become famous. They can get plastic surgery. And I want that. I don't want to work a wage slave job my whole life. So I started planning early. This is the result. It matters what we do and it matters what we popularize in the culture. And to say it doesn't and to pretend like, well, it shouldn't matter what I do. It does matter what you do. And that's what you realize when you get older.
A dose of harsh reality for an OF creator who thought delusion could substitute for fact.
What is it about me that upsets people so much? I can't figure it out.
You don't lead with compassion.
No, I'm not a
that's gonna make people
that can be broken.
Yeah, you make people feel bad. You're hurting people with what you say, and then you're
I get it. I guess it's sort of
it.
like sitting down your child and telling them Santa's not real.
That would hurt.
It would hurt. We're not dealing with children. We're dealing with adults.
Again, like I said, you're different than me. Like, to me, I don't want to hurt people, even if it's with the truth.
So if you can't acknowledge truth, I'm not your problem. That's why you're freaking out on me, is because you know I'm hitting stuff and you're freaking out because deep down, it's not like Candace saying only women can give birth. It's because you can lie to the entire world. You can have the entire world lie to you, but you know you have that second before you go to bed, and you're just like, this is all a farce.
Candace Owens says it best. The truth isn't mean. It's just the truth.
If you're driving 60 miles an hour and you're driving for 1 hour, then how far do you travel?
If I drive for 60 miles an hour?
Yeah, if you're driving 60 miles an hour and you drive for 1 hour, then how far do you travel?
If I drive 60 miles an hour. And I travel out. You said an hour away?
You've been driving an hour, yeah.
How far did I travel?
Yeah.
An hour away?
Yes. Can you name 3 countries in Africa?
No.
Can you name 2 countries in Africa?
Nah.
I don't know nothing. Can you name 1 country in Africa? Yeah. Can you point to where we are?
I got you. We around here, the whole thing.
Parents are demanding more, and they deserve more. So do the kids. Fund the children, not the schools.
A glimpse into a failed education system where fiction trumps fact.
So I just need to know from all the MAGAs out there, do you guys, like, you don't care about federal aid for students? You don't care about college? Like, you really don't care if the kids can apply to go to college? Like, if student aid is being taken, if the department...
All right, all I can say on this one is she's asking, do you really not care about the financial aid? Do you really not care about college? Not the way it is right now. The way college is right now is an absolute joke. You go and more kids are being indoctrinated than anything. I mean, like, your standard college is outrageous right now. We need to, as we've already said, we need to bust down the college, the education system, and start over. We have to, in order to get anywhere with what we do.
It's like continued education is really important, but to go to like a 4-year college is obviously, like, for the most part, especially in the Ivy League scale, is just so not worth it. It's all indoctrinating. Okay,
Yeah.
so 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, if you're going, 60 miles per hour, you're going 60 miles
In
per
an
hour. Within an hour's time, you will have gone 60 miles.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, so you're going 25 miles an hour. Within an hour, you're going to go 25 miles.
Yep. Like the guy said, though, it's like, yeah, an hour away. Yeah, that's about
Yeah. I mean, it's true. I mean, you can't say that's wrong because, well, yeah, you're right. You're an hour away.
And it's funny when they put you on the spot like that. It's like I screw up.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, you can screw up really easily. And there's a good example of just what our college system's doing too. If you watch, we're gonna watch one of her videos also, but
Is
it's
it about the Department of Education?
no, it's the one that we watched with her spring break.
Okay. Same thing. You know.
You know, that one. It's not what I have to watch this time.
Oh, it isn't?
No, this is the one that we just watched.
Oh.
The Tesla.
Okay. But yeah.
But that one that I was talking about, that one, as far as that's how
totally,
bad our education system is.
Yeah, I totally get it though. Like sometimes when you're put on the spot, it's like I would not be able to answer a lot of those
I
questions,
know.
no matter how simple they are.
Yeah.
You know? And to be honest, with the ones that she was asking, it was like all about the Senate and Congress and stuff, and it's like that is so outside the scope of my knowledge.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get this one done. So we got Simp Saver coming up next. So let's get this one.
Department of Education is being shut down, then what happens to FAFSA? Like, what happens to the website for all of the students to go and apply for student aid? And you guys really don't care about that? Like, you really don't give a shit about that? Because we have kids graduating in like 3 months. They are applying for college right now. Like, what is wrong with you people? Like, these kids are 18. Like, what am I supposed to tell my son? Like, sorry, babe. Half the country voted to make it so you can't go to college.
Tears flow when a woke college student learns taxpayers won't fund her degree. Welcome to adulthood.
Let's go over here.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, thank you very much for being here. My name is Jane Peterson. I'm a second-year MPP student here at the Kennedy School. And I wanted to ask, since the last time you've been here was in 2016, I wanted to ask a question about your job as a White House spokesperson. In that role, you said things that were often pretty audacious, often caused people to question things that they have seen with their own eyes. And so I'm curious, in that role, I was always wondering whether it was a survival response in what seemed like it was a very chaotic White House, or was it a strategy? So was it strategy or was it survival? You know, all the bantering with journalists, the alternative facts, was it strategy or was it survival?
Do you know what alternative facts meant?
I'm aware.
Can you please explain it for us? Tell the person who uttered it on her third Sunday show the day looking into a blank camera and then immediately said what I meant.
Well, we can also do other examples. I mean,
No, you can answer the question though. You have to be fair. You're not going to go back 8 years and do that.
Well, I asked you a question about your role in the White House.
You gave me two choices. You gave me two choices and they're both inaccurate.
So alternative facts, I'm assuming.
Oh, you're assuming. Go ahead. I talked about it in many interviews. I wrote a whole book about
it's
it. Number
interesting
one
that
in the New
you
York Times.
decide to come here and know that you're going to be accepting questions from students, and yet.
Okay, so then I'll answer it. Thank you for your question. I gave you a good chance there, and it's a great chance for you because I don't need any more airtime. I get plenty of it. So I think your choices were survivor's response. That's rich. Or since you know nothing about me. Or banter. What was it? Something else silly.
I said strategy or survival.
Strategy.
Not survival.
How about trying to, first of all, my job was counselor to the president. I said no to press secretary. 42 minutes after President Trump was elected, he offered me that job. He said, you'd be great at that. I said, I would be terrible at that. I'm not even sure what they do. Some days I'm still not sure. I clearly am not sure after these 4 years. The border's secure. President Biden is behind the scenes. He's a trapeze artist and a triathlete. You just can't see it. So I hope you take these same concerns to the people who have lied to your face for 4 years in this administration, all the way to this crushing defeat of a sitting vice president who could have been the first female president of color in our nation's history, but instead had to eat and own all the lies that have been told by this administration. Alternative facts was very simple. It was, I meant to say alternative information, additional facts. It wasn't George Orwell. It wasn't a new set of facts. And you can read my whole book. There's a whole chapter about it where I explain it.
A woke Harvard student meets her match in a debate that's nothing short of a masterclass.
You're saying that I can't have a hairstyle because of your culture? Why? You know it was in Egyptian culture? Are you Egyptian? No, why are you not? Are you Egyptian? No, but it doesn't matter. Wait, where's Egypt? Tell me. You know what, girl? Dude, girl, you have no right to tell me what I can not get. Huh? Yo, girl, stop touching me right now. Yo, girl, stop touching me right now. Come back. Get off of me. Come back, come back, come back. But you know, make some shit because of what the hair I have. That's no reason, yo. I don't need your disrespect. I don't need your disrespect.
Why are you filming this?
For everyone's safety.
Peak wokeness. Assaulting someone for cultural appropriation with a victorious smile. Because why not?
Want to catch Wokey moments in 4K? Watch till the end, subscribe, like the video, and comment Wokies for a chance to win a brand new iPhone 16 or a cash prize. Also, don't forget to check out the next video on the end screen for more chances to win.
I gotta go too, man.
Get this here. Okay, he says Napoleon Bonaparte once said convictions are more dangerous to truth than lies.
Yeah, because it's like some people are so sure of their conviction, so sure that they're right that it doesn't matter if truth or lies, you know, that can be much more dangerous because, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you see people that are confronted with facts and they still won't believe it.
Oh, I know, it's crazy.
They're sure above all else that they are correct.
The next one he has is that to be honest, I cannot answer the 60.
Oh yeah, no, it's not got the ones below that.
Yeah. I agree with your stand on the general schooling system. I want to tell you guys, as my colleagues, I passed a fire technology class. I did not learn anything. It was weird too. Unfortunately, I mean, we really need the fire technology and the firefighters to really be good. With the fires getting worse as far as forestry fires and everything else. I mean, we really need them to be on the top of their game too.
I know. See, that's just it. It's like you don't. It's like with guru schooling, they pass you through.
Yeah,
but you don't really retain the information. They try to cram so much information in such a short amount of time that you really just don't retain them. That's unfortunate.
Oh, it is for sure. He said, all I remember kind of is what are standpipes and some building types and fire terms. Teamwork. Oh well.
And you know what though, when it comes down to working in the field, though, you'll remember it'll be the stuff that was really important. You'll remember and you'll learn on the job. For sure.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think you probably learn more on the job than you ever did in the classroom.
Yeah. I'm an MRA red killer. The same reason why I want to be a firefighter, to be a ghoul. Ghoul's weakness is usually fire.
Hey, face your weaknesses head on, and
Yes.
that makes you a very, very dangerous person to deal with if you can embrace your weaknesses and work with them.
Oh, for sure. Yes, it's exactly right. All right, so we have Simp Saber now, and then we got a fun one with what is it? What's
Liberty?
your Liberty?
Yeah,
And it's going to be
Bennett,
Caitlin Bennett. It's on the what do you call it? The Tesla watts. It's
dear God.
the far left.
Hey,
Protesting.
I'm
That's
gonna
the one.
tell you what. I don't like Teslas. I think they're kind of a stupid car, and everybody out here in California owns them. The more you get toward LA, the more you'll see them. But to do what they're doing to them, because of Elon Musk.
I know
is so stupid.
it is. It's the stupidest reasons, and I mean, I've driven the Teslas. I've driven, not necessarily
No,
Tesla,
it's like
but
an EV, yeah.
the EVs.
Yeah, it does not work out here.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know. Maybe Teslas are a little bit better because they're like the highest end EV that you can get. But I hear that they do blow up a lot and catch fire. And,
Yeah, and I mean, the ones that I drove were just stupid.
yeah, they don't work out here. They
No.
just don't. But what's interesting to me is all the people that own Teslas are like the leftists, because they want to quote unquote do good for the environment. And
Well,
then they're gonna turn on it.
And I mean, what gets me about the Tesla, since we're on it, okay, any of the EV cars, is California wants to go all electric, get rid of gasoline, and just go electric. Now, we do not have the power grid to do that. There is no way that we could power all those Tesla cars all the time.
Yeah, there's no way. And like I said, I don't know about the Teslas. I don't know how long they retain their battery. I don't know how that works. Now, like Josh had a Lexus that it charged the battery. It was a hybrid.
Yeah, and it charged the battery when you broke. Yeah.
So that makes sense. But like the ones that you have to just plug in.
And
Jesus Christ, it took all night long charging one here, and it only gave it 30%.
Yeah, something like that.
It's so stupid.
And it's sad to say that the batteries themselves are some of the most toxic things to the environment.
They are the where they make the lithium mines.
Yes.
Are horrible.
So I mean, to even think of that is terrible.
Yeah. So it's I mean, I'm an environmentalist. I believe in living in balance and everything. That ain't it.
No, it's not.
So he said the new Tesla car looks ridiculous.
It does. Which one, the Cybertruck or?
Yeah, the Cybertrucks.
I can't stand the Cybertrucks because again, a truck. It's just I'll say the same thing that I say about the lowriders. That is the stupidest thing that you will ever come across. Because a truck is meant to haul things, and you cannot do that.
We live in the wild. We live out here where, a truck is necessary for getting through the mud. It's necessary for hauling real things, not just a single bag of groceries.
Yes.
God, it drives me crazy. Like, stupid.
All right, let's get on with Simp Saber.
Please, go skate or nothing. On skate. None of that, bro. I'm telling you, all you skating. None of that.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
His mate actually blocked the punch with the skateboard. That was an effective use of it, that's for sure. I don't know what these donuts think are going to happen when they throw a punch at someone when there's 5 other people there. What a fantastic idea. And you can see the guy at the start, he was like, look, I don't want any trouble. But this guy, he was looking for it. What a certified donut.
Spraying ice on random newbies. She didn't notice. Played it off smoothly. Round 3. She was mad. Went back to the first newbie. Had to leave the ring.
What an absolute knobhead. And it's funny how he only did that to women and children, not a single guy, because he knows he'd get whooped. There's always one twat like this when you go ice skating. Mate, you're not Jason Bourne, you're just a cunt.
If you ever think that I'm going out with you and then you pull out Apple Pay to pay for our bill, to tap your card, you're over it. You're dumb. You're crazy. This is the last time you will ever see from me or hear from me, motherfucker.
Be gone, fuck!
Men will literally stick their whole face in your eyes, but be scared to open up about their feelings.
Don't show your feelings. Suppress them. Bottle them up. Be a man.
Looking at this guy, what do you think his relationship status is?
He got the peace sign up. He's not with anybody. He is single and ready to mingle.
What's your relationship status?
I am with my man.
Did you say she's single, in a relationship, married?
In a relationship, maybe. She ain't showing too much.
What's your relationship status?
Married.
Looking at this guy, what would you assume his relationship status is?
Single.
Why would you say single?
His posture.
What's your relationship status?
Single.
So you think other people would assume that?
Maybe.
Looking at this girl, what would you think her relationship status is?
Single?
Why would you say single?
Based on her physical condition.
Damn.
Yo, is our generation cooked?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Why?
Look at us. What's good?
Are you single?
Where you from?
Oh, she's drunk.
My friend over here. I'm not worried about you.
Are you single?
Yeah, what's your name?
I'm Lily.
Really?
But my friend is single and she kind of want a boyfriend.
I want you. I don't want your friend.
I can't have a boyfriend. She got a boyfriend.
For real?
Are you single? My friend is single.
There you go. She's got a boyfriend, but man, she's out of the club with her single friends, you know, and they're all drunk as well. So I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take much convincing. I will just never understand why people in relationships go clubbing. That place is for single people. It really is.
You know, I'm of mixed background. What am I supposed to mark on an application? Am I supposed to mark multiple boxes? And plus,
Mark
if you are
black.
painting people
Mark black.
as an oppressor, if you're white,
That's a
and then
terrible
saying
thing to
that
tell
you're
someone to do.
oppressed,
Well, it's the
if
truth
you're
because you
of
believe in
color,
affirmative action. So I said Mark Black. If you're a
Then-
student, I'm in an interracial relationship, so I can speak to this. I have a son that's half white and a son that's half black and a daughter that's half white and half black.
Okay.
They're going to mark black because I know that there are people like you at the universities who will say, well, because this person is black, I'm just going to let them in.
No, they're going to mark black because they're black.
Well, they're half black and half white. They're both, right? So it is true. You overlook
I'm half black and
right.
half
So
white.
you
I'm black.
overlook
That's how it works.
interracial students.
But
so what do
why?
you mean? Why are you saying they're going to
I've
mark black?
socialized them in
black?
society.
So the answer is if you can't, I mean, you can mark both. Can you mark both? I don't know if you can. What are you
Yes.
going to look at that applicant as a little bit less because they're half white? How do you guys figure that out?
Holistically,
I
across
love
a
that
number
word.
of different
I love a buzzword.
factors.
I love me a buzzword. Holistically and racial consciousness.
Oh, yeah. Reverse discrimination is a
It's not
buzzword.
racial discrimination. It's just discrimination. It's just racism if you're judging people on the basis of their skin color.
Thing is, Candace is too smart for these people. Every time I see a clip of hers, she just wipes the floor with people she's having a conversation with. But to be fair, most of the people she speaks to, you know, their brain cell is going through World War III in their head. So it's a walk in the park for her every time. It's the same when I see Charlie Kirk talk to people. I mean, look at this donut in this next clip.
You're a teacher. Yes. What is a woman?
What is a woman? Oh, buddy. All right. So we define gender as a set of preferences that you have. Excuse.
Let me know when we're unmuted.
Yeah, we're unmuted now.
Hopefully they don't say shut up. I was talking about interracial relationships.
Yes.
And I found this thread. Oh my god, you guys, shut up. Anyway, I found this thread the other day that was like about like white women who always seem to have like a half black child, and you know that's their entire life. And you know, it's like if you can't be racist, you know, and you're gonna pay for me and all. It's like that.
Yeah.
It was like talking about how so many men just don't want to deal with that, not because they're racist, but it's just like it's weird to them. You know, that it's like there's so many women that went and had a wild streak and slept with a black guy, procreated a child, and now the white guy has to come along and take care of everybody.
Exactly.
But yeah, I didn't know that Candace Owen had a interracial relationship, and I don't see anything wrong with that as
No.
long as you actually make it work. You know?
Exactly.
It's just the children that I guess that are just generally left behind. But they said that it's abnormal the amount of women that are out there that have a half black child. You know,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just kind of like it kind of saturates the dating market apparently. So it was an interesting thread that I found.
That's interesting. Okay, Sandra also said, thank you, LongWalker family, for existing, being yourself, broadcasting with your channel. Damn it, this is my favorite real life show. It's a vibe and informative. Thank you.
Cool.
And Candace Owen is badass. Since I am a guard, I would guard her for free. I'd
Eat her enemies.
Yep.
Yeah, she's pretty strong. I like the points that she makes, and she doesn't back down from them.
Exactly.
For sure. But we should probably continue because the dogs are.
Yep.
Gender is a set of preferences we have. Woman.
Just wanted to quickly say, we can look at this guy's t-shirt, look at it, and we know he's going to talk a load of shit.
Woman is a social construct that we've agreed upon. Typically, we imagine womanhood as makeup or whatever. There is a difference between the word woman and being a biological female. Woman is a social construct that we use. Listen for a second. I'm telling you what it means. Woman is a social construct. We agree on these set of preferences. If I tell you that I'm a man, it's because I want you to know that I like these set of preferences. If I tell you I'm a woman, it's because I want you to know that I agree with these set of preferences.
Can men give birth?
Can men or can males? Because males can't. Listen for a second. If you listen to your bio professors, you would understand there's a difference between biology and what we think
So
about.
I want to thank you for proving a great point.
What?
You are why we should eliminate the Department of Education. Thank you very much.
Just imagine this melon teaching your kids. Isn't that a scary thought? Womanhood is makeup or whatever. What the hell is this sausage talking about? So this guy literally says to his mum, sister, daughter, whatever, yeah, it's woman is just makeup or whatever. What a knobhead.
It's time for the grand final of the Intel Challenge Katowice 2017. We've had a great tournament here.
What's considered a good or big girth? So I'm going to talk about it as if we're wrapping it around. 4 is 2 of my fingers, just about. So like I can do that myself. I don't need that from you guys. But 5 upwards would be good. Ideally, like a good chunky 7.
This is someone's daughter. She decided, I'm going to wake up and do this for a video and put this out there. Shout out to her dad. Man.
Can I help you?
Cut. Is that?
Can I help you?
I didn't ask for any help.
Why are you recording out here?
Who are you?
My name is Sunny. Why are you recording out here?
And your purpose?
Your purpose, please.
For what?
Yes, please tell me why you're here.
Are you someone of authority?
Please tell me why you're here.
I can't divulge that information.
Okay.
It's
Thank you.
Mom, what are you doing?
You're welcome. Is there an issue?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand why you're recording outside right now.
But that's none of your business.
Yeah,
How?
because I'm a member here at the church. Now that's not why you're here.
See, it's Karens like this that get me. It's like they think that just because they see somebody on a public sidewalk recording, that they have to do something because, well, why are you recording? What are you thinking? I mean,
when you are in public, you can record. You can record as long as there's no reasonable expectation of privacy. So you can record in public no matter what. I mean,
yeah,
you can't record in like government buildings. Obviously, you can't
Yeah,
record in
of course.
bathrooms, but as long as there's no reasonable expectation of privacy, you can record.
Yeah, you can record however.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you read Zancho's latest
Yeah,
thing?
I did. No,
Awesome.
I
Awesome
did,
job.
I did not know that, but good. I'm glad that you made them uncomfortable because
They need to be uncomfortable.
Nobody grows or learns anything if they're comfortable. So
Yes.
maybe you made them think about some stuff because, yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, that sucks for you though.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
Yeah, it's like Jesus, they always favor those people, just like we were talking about biological women versus trans women. It's like, okay, so one trans woman is feeling uncomfortable because of what people are saying, but 15 regular biological women can feel uncomfortable, and that's okay.
Yes.
That just frosts me, dude.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous.
Well, liking to know something is one thing.
Who are you with?
Is the gate going to hit you by accident?
No. Who are you with?
I can't give that information.
Oh, you're allowed to record without giving information?
Of course.
So you're not going to tell me who you're with?
No.
Okay, and you're not going to tell me why you're here?
I can't divulge that information, but you can ask.
Is it, if you can't divulge it, that makes it like a legal thing. So is this like from the news?
Legal? What do you mean?
Some people have got too much time on their hands, man.
Why would you divulge? Why would you not be able to divulge?
Why wouldn't I not be able to?
Why can't you divulge?
Because are you someone of authority here?
Well, I've asked the question first.
Right?
So can you tell me why you can't divulge anything?
Well, I need to know if you're authority or not.
So you need authority?
No, well, I mean, if you're just a member here, that's nothing to me,
So you're allowed to record. You have no desire to tell me why you're recording, but you want to know everything about me.
I just asked you your name and you willfully gave it.
Okay, so can I ask why you're recording?
You can ask.
And you don't want to answer?
No.
So are you being rude?
How is that being rude?
I'm just asking.
No.
Okay. So you just want to stand here and record?
I'm out here doing my thing.
Do you know anybody?
Do you?
Yeah, do you know anybody here?
I don't answer those types of questions.
Okay. So I have an individual here who's going to answer questions for you.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Nice.
He'll answer questions for you.
Nice.
Okay. I can't wait to hear them because I'd love to know who you are and why you're recording. I'd love to know if you're are you doing social media or are you on the news?
Some people just can't mind their own business, man.
You would love to know?
I would love
That's
to.
crazy.
Okay. But I will ask.
Is this them?
But I will ask.
Is this them?
My children were on
Is this
camera,
them right here?
and I would like to not have my children
Is this
on camera.
them?
Hey, Sonny. So can you let me know why?
Sonny, he's talking to you. There you go. Good, Sonny.
He recorded my children.
Oh, no, because you stopped like a...
It's exactly what you do.
Is this what I think it is?
You park your truck in the
Yeah, go park your truck. Come on. Don't be a... Damn.
Yeah. Well, I just found out about it, but I know what they do. Yeah, it's public property. He can do whatever he wants.
Exactly. She feels entitled to answers. Tell her that's not right.
Well, I wish I knew your name.
Well, you could wish all you want.
It was nice to meet you.
It's nice meeting you as
I
well.
really, really do hope that one day you would come join us for service.
Can I come in with my camera?
I don't know.
Well, if you can ask, I'd go in right now.
Okay.
All right. Should I wait for you to come back and give me an answer?
You do know that God loves you.
Well, can I go in with my camera and see if God loves me?
That is not the question I can answer.
Well, can you go ask someone if you're going to invite me in?
Oh, you're welcome on the property.
With my camera?
I don't know.
Well, you should watch for that car to your left.
He's recording my children. You literally stopped in front of his camera. And if she's that concerned about her children, the last thing you want to do is confront a stranger, leave your kids in the car if you're trying to protect them. That's probably the worst thing you can do. Even the kid was trying to tell her to stop. I mean, like I said during the clip, some people just can't mind their own business.
Got my own parade out here, the Caitlin Bennett Parade. Hey, hey.
All right, so this is probably our last one that we'll do, but this is a really good one and stuff. So we'll get into this one and see what this one what we got on this one. She's really good content though.
Oh my god. It's funny. I don't like.
Thank you.
One of these days, we're going to have to go over, like auditors. They have some balls, the
Yes.
auditors.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it sometime too myself. But we've seen quite a few of them.
Yeah. Some of them are kind of jerks. And some of them are just kind of funny, like that guy. It's like very,
Yeah, you can wish all you want.
So funny. I'm glad you're chilling. It's a chill stream. I like this. It's kind of just what we used to do all the time after he came home from work anyway. And
yeah, just talk and be.
And now you're here with
and
us. And
we're gonna do a special Thursday, Theological Thursday, this week because we are gonna be going on Friday to see the Minecraft movie. So we're gonna take a family day for that one. So we're gonna do our stream on Thursday.
Yeah, there's a few that I wanted to cover anyway.
Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff that I wanted to go over. So we'll see what we got then, and
we might make a. I'll probably do a video. Of our experience at the Minecraft movie.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Because it's like if I do a live, I can't guarantee that I'm going to have connection. And
I know that's just it. We'll just do a video and we'll post it.
Go join the club on the other side with the dark guys.
So this is exactly what my 1-year-old toddler does at home.
Caitlin Bennett is a traitor!
Do you cuddle with him at night? Why do you have a blow-up doll of Trump anyway? That's weird.
And she's going to be the best show on the YouTube. I fucking love it. He's my asshole.
We're here at a Tesla takedown event in Tampa, Florida. I've got my own parade, my own personal singers that are very excited that I'm here. Let's go see why they're so mad today.
United States, I don't hear.
Are they listening? It's as if Elon is like in there. These are just employees who are like, I just want to go home.
They are police officers? Okay. Do you want my name?
Are they police officers back here?
Yeah.
Are they with you?
I don't know. I don't know these gentlemen. They're quite handsome. I don't know who they are.
Oh, are you guys single?
Everybody, they said I'm too old for them.
No.
Yeah, we know that.
They will not identify themselves. They are not wearing badges or uniforms, but they will not deny that they are cops. They are silent. You're a journalist. Ask them if they're cops.
I'm not a journalist. I'm just a YouTuber. But I appreciate. No, I'm just a YouTuber.
So are these gentlemen police? Are they? Just curious.
I don't know. To ask them.
Are you guys police? You got security. They don't answer. Are you affiliated with any kind of law enforcement? No, sir. Okay.
They might just be here.
Yeah, they got security on their back, right? I was just curious.
Oh, well, maybe they're hired by the Tesla company. I don't know.
I got Jesus on my side, buddies. You don't scare me. They may be the kind of guys that take people away, like it just happened.
Are they ICE agents?
Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit. Trying it. Oh, let me get you on Facebook. Hold on. Evidently.
Okay.
Look how serious they are.
Yeah, that's why I didn't make money.
Wow.
Who are they here for anyway? It's like someone hired them because they're routinely attacked at events or something.
Yeah, if I was Tesla, I would hire security. There's no, I don't blame them. I've had companies in the past where things happen. I hire security.
Yeah, or perhaps just a little girl who films YouTube videos that gets attacked at these types of events.
Boop, boop, and it's in her pants. Oh, through the day. Even Turning Point USA fired you.
No, they didn't. What are you talking about?
The First Amendment right.
I love your. Oh, excuse me.
Is that Boo Boo? That's Boo Boo Bennett. Her pants, doo-dah. Boo Boo Bennett, her pants, oh, doo-dah day.
Ma'am, I just want to mention the age difference between us. The likelihood of either of us our pants is you. Okay.
At Kent State.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Boo Boo Bennett, her pants.
Were you there? Will you stop putting that in my face, though? Like, okay, so I'm gonna move over here. Stop putting it in my face.
What is your premise?
She's Boo Boo Badass. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. She just called me a badass. I appreciate that. So she's a fan, actually. I really, really love her support.
Don't talk to her. Don't talk to her.
I actually don't even have a podcast, so I don't know what she's angry about. What's your premise? Protesting. What's your premise out here today?
My premise is to try to straighten out this government back to what it used to be and what it needs to be.
What are some? Did you say I'm racist? How am I racist? How am I racist?
Out of my face.
I think it's ironic you're saying to get out of your face. You're actively calling me a racist, which is really awful.
Bye-bye, Boo-Boo.
Did you tell that Hispanic guy he's going to get deported?
No.
You didn't say that, huh?
Boo-Boo, bye-bye.
I'm pretty sure you said that. And you're going to call me the racist? But you just said, my president deports criminals and rapists.
Oh, yeah, that's why they go to school, moron.
They don't, that was the FBI. They don't go to schools.
Okay.
I think it's funny though, like you're so pro people and you're wearing the shirt of a disgusting. So she's wearing a Moms Demand Action shirt, which is so funny because
she comes with the shirt.
Yeah, we all came out here with shirts. I'm so thankful for that. I would not want to see these people without a shirt on.
Boo Boo Bunny.
She keeps making up really
sneaky one. She can't. I like that shirt. Yeah, but
thank you.
She's a right wing. Yeah, don't talk to her.
What am I?
You are a right wing troll.
A white wing troll?
A right wing troll that
Why?
pooped her pants at Kent State.
Really?
And even you were hired by Turning Point, and even they hate you. So that's got to be pretty bad when Turning Point USA hates you.
What did they say? Did you talk to him?
Yeah, I talk to them every day. Get away.
What did Charlie Kirk say?
He said, boy, Boo Boo Bennett, she should wear a diaper because she shit her pants at Kent State.
Yeah, he said that? Yeah, okay.
This guy was arrested for domestic violence.
It's so funny. They just come out here, they just make stuff up. They just lie. I do have to give them points for their creativity, though. That's pretty creative to start pointing at people and start accusing them of really atrocious things and criminal offenses. So, hi, I like your sign. It says immigrant. Yeah. So what are you protesting?
Now.
Okay, so Sancho wants to know what our zodiac signs are. He says he's a Capricorn. All of us, with the exception of Amos, are Gemini. Gemini.
Yep, they were quiet.
And the Amos is a Scorpio. So he threw it all off. Otherwise, we were the house of Gemini.
Yeah, we were, and then.
And that's why this is so good for us, because we like to talk like all the time.
Yep.
So, yep, that's where we are.
What's he again? Did you say?
Capricorn.
Capricorn?
I'm looking that one up.
But yeah, this then with what these people are saying about Caitlyn, right?
Caitlyn Bennett, yeah.
For one, she was not fired from Turning Point. She quit.
Yeah.
Two, the whole she shit her pants. Yes, we found out she had done that like years back at a party.
Yeah. And she's never denied it.
Yeah, she's never denied it by any means.
And it's like they act like that's all that she. I mean, she can't get away with anything without them bringing that up. You know. What I mean?
Exactly. So yeah, so we'll get back to this now. Before the dogs drive me nuts.
Protesting Tesla for today.
What am I I'm not protesting. It doesn't say Tesla, does it? It says Musk.
Well, we're outside of a Tesla, so.
Listen, don't talk to her. She does racist.
Please stop touching my body, ma'am. I don't consent to that. all the touching. I don't consent to that. So what are you protesting today?
What are you supporting?
I'm not supporting anything. I'm supporting your guys' signs out here to protest, and I'm supporting your voice to be heard through my YouTube channel, which is very generous of me.
Yes.
What is the worst thing Elon has done?
What's the best thing he's done?
Do you want to interview me, or do you want me to interview you? What's the worst thing he's done? Because I'm not protesting.
What's the best thing he's done? I'm protesting.
I think he's done a great job advising the president and other departments in our government to find waste and fraud so that we can lower. Do you want to listen, or you like turn around?
She wants to fake everybody.
I love when the elderly starts talking about pooping their pants. Oh, did we meet you already?
Yeah, you already got my picture. You're good.
Yeah, no, well, you were so beautiful. Everybody actually commented down below. That woman right there, so beautiful.
Trump would have raped you if he found you on the floor drunk.
Oh, really? Oh, really? That is vulgar. That is so vulgar of you to say that. That's disgusting. You guys actually hate women. I've never seen a group of people who actually despise women more than these leftists, especially the other women. And he's filming for stuff, so I think they're actually following him.
Are they following you?
Yeah, see, he's not answering, so.
He's answering. Okay.
Yeah, he's not answering.
It's just very interesting. That's all. Okay.
Maybe because people are raising their voices at me and talking about how people would rape me. Maybe why they're following me for that.
That'd be horrible. I'm sorry that's happened to you.
Yeah, she's the one. She's the one who did it.
It's just very interesting, kind of suspicious.
Well,
that security is following anybody, and so I'm curious to know why. And do you have
well, he's an immigrant, so maybe they're like protecting him against ICE agents coming and like deporting him for something. I don't know.
Could be lying. It could just be a shirt.
Yeah, people put on shirts that they don't actually believe in.
Sure.
Do you believe in your shirt?
I do believe in my shirt.
What books are banned?
Listen, it's not about me. It's about asking you why is security, but you're not saying and pushing it off to somebody.
They're not with. I think they're with him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Deport Elon! Deport Elon! Deport Elon! Deport Elon! Deport Elon! Deport Elon! Deport Elon!
Where do you want to deport him to? If you guys could choose, where would you deport Elon Musk to?
Don't talk. This is what I'm saying. Don't talk. Don't talk.
You're such a white knight for these ladies over here, dude. He has a fake badge with a fake name on it, but I found his Instagram. He's a psycho.
So they're advising not to talk to them. So just so.
Who's they? Who's advising not to talk to me?
Troll!
Who's they? Seems like some
You have to bring your own. You have to bring your own meat with you. You got to bring your own bodyguards.
Did you call them meat? You like what you see, don't you?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, they're power bottoms for sure.
Is this you?
Yeah.
Yep, that's me.
Okay, how come it's private?
Can you show the camera?
Sure.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Why is it private if you're trying to spread the word?
Oh, that's my private. That's my private.
Oh no. What's your? Where would I find this coverage?
Yeah. Feminist camp. Feminist camp. So why do you think someone might have to bring security to an event with leftists in it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Maybe they've been.
Leftists didn't storm the Capitol.
Yeah, but leftists have been keying and bombing Tesla in their dealerships.
We stand against that.
Yeah, and leftists also created billions of dollars of destruction in the BLM riots and killed people and cops.
Those were leftists. Those were rioters. There's a difference.
Leftist rioters. Well, they weren't rioting. They weren't rioting for a Republican cause. Some preliminary findings here upon my arrival: low energy, older people, low energy. I don't know. Let's see if we can go energize this crowd. They always love when I show up. Is it gonna rain today?
Save our Social Security!
Okay. What car did you guys drive today?
Security!
You didn't drive a car?
All right, I just want to say, here it is again. This whole save your Social Security thing. Like I said, the only evidence that they have is the fact that that the government wants to raise the Social Security within the next months. They want to help people on Social Security, give them more. And these people are like, oh, they're going to take it away from me. Oh, they're going to not let us have it.
It's the same thing with veterans benefits. It's the same thing
Yes.
with Medi-Cal. It's the same thing with any sort of government benefit thing. If it's for the American people, legitimately, then they're looking to increase that. And
Yeah.
they said that they even be able to probably do a large stimulus for most families because of the money that
They're saving.
They're saving it. They're recovering for sure.
I mean, Elon's been a godsend for a lot of what this is.
hmm
I mean, the fact of what he is doing is amazing with his time.
He is literally taking them to task. I mean, and not just. I mean, it's the government. He's like taking the
Yes.
government to task. I mean, it's like it's amazing.
Trump hurts women. I have evidence that shows that male feminists are dangerous to women, and also that female feminists actually find male feminists manipulative and a turnoff.
It's so funny because right after Trump got into office, all the women were saying they were going to go the 4B movement, and they're like, no sex with men, no relationships with men, none at all, no
Yes.
men, even including the ones that were on their side.
I know.
The ones that, the white dudes for Harris and all that stuff. They're like, well, what the hell? She's like, I voted in favor of our person for Harris, why do I get punished? But
Yeah.
they went ahead and lumped all men in together anyway.
Yes, they did.
And they think, it's like, and that's, I'm sorry, it's not a punishment. It's just.
Oh, no. It was a godsend. Again.
All right, well, I'm gonna just move on. Are you gonna follow me around? Glad you're protecting all these women. Do you want to come with me in case it rains? I would love to have your protection. Hi, what are all the numbers on your sign say? So it says reduce federal spending, cut contracts, must. $38 billion. Is that like all the money he saved so far? Is that like a pro Elon? Is that pro Elon? Are you guys pro Elon? $38 billion. That's cool if like they save that much. Hi ladies, I love that color on you. It's beautiful. And you too. You guys have very bright spring colors. What should we do to stop Doge?
Probably keep walking.
Keep walking.
Be better to keep walking. Yeah.
My name's Jenna.
Hi, Jenna. Bye-bye.
Why would you treat me like that? I want to stop Doge. What should we do to stop him? Such low energy. These people are not committed to the cause. They're sitting down on the job. It's just so low energy. Are you guys getting good reception out here?
I know
A lot
that
of
you are with
honking?
MAGA. I know you're with MAGA, so I'm not.
I'm not with MAGA.
No Nazi MAGA!
How is MAGA Nazi?
Nazi MAGA!
How are they
No
Nazis?
Nazis! No fascism! Protect democracy!
What is fascism?
MAGA is a...
What is fascism? I don't want you in the road, ma'am. Come on up here.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Wouldn't you say fascism is trying to take down a business because of a political... Not touching. I would not touch you. Don't have any
close to touching me, and I will press charges. Please do not talk to me. Please do not bother me. I'm not a MAGA.
Who am I a traitor to?
You're a traitor to everybody, and you know it. We've seen your videos.
Thank you for following and subscribing. If you want to see all my videos, you can subscribe at Liberty Hangout.
No one should follow you because you're an absolute traitor.
Why? A traitor to who?
Caitlin Bennett is a traitor. Caitlin Bennett's a traitor. Caitlin Bennett's a traitor.
Who am I a traitor to?
Caitlin Bennett's a traitor.
Who am I a traitor to though? Like there has to be a group in which I'm being the traitor against. They won't even tell me. I like everybody that you have to have a specific group.
Can I talk to you, please? Hello, can I talk to you? I need some help. What's good?
I can talk to you.
You want to speak? You want to speak to somebody?
this again, I will go get the officers because this is battery and assault.
Is it?
Yes, it is. I will go get an officer.
Why is it?
Because you're damaging our ears over a certain decibel, and I will get an officer this time. I'm not gonna put up with that, so you better stop. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it.
Ho, ho, there she goes. Ho, ho, there she goes. Look at the pouches.
So, as I said, when we walked in, low energy, they're so bored at trying to be mad at me.
Go on, but this is gonna be the best show on the YouTube. I fucking love it. Eat my ass, ho, ho. Woo! Woo! Dale Earnhardt. Fucking space Nazi. They want it first Nazi on Mars.
Would that be you trying to shut down free speech and
free speech does not mean everybody has to listen, and it does not imply that my voice cannot outshine yours. I don't have to give you free speech. Free speech is protected. The government can't step in. I can.
Okay, I'm gonna walk the opposite way from them. I've got my own parade. All right, I've got my own parade out there. You guys are amazing. Actually, we have AI software. We'll play it right now. We'll put in the software that gets rid of all this noise. It'll sound like there's nothing around me, but actually I have my own parade. I think that is beautiful. Caitlin Bennett is here. Let's continue the march for Caitlin Bennett. Got my own parade out here, the Caitlin Bennett parade.
Hey, go join the club on the other side of this dark. I gotta say, hey, we're getting out of here.
They love me. They are my own personal parade. Aren't they doing amazing?
Amazing.
They're doing amazing, aren't they? They love me so much that they're my parade.
Oh, isn't that awesome?
They're huge fans.
No sympathizers, no fascist sympathizers, please. Why do you sympathize with Nazis?
I'll answer your question.
Why, you will?
Yeah. Can you ask her to stop?
I can't.
Yeah. So
I don't control everybody's actions.
yeah.
Here.
So I don't sympathize with Nazis.
Are you sure?
Who is a Nazi?
Excuse me?
You can't even hear me.
I can't hear. I'm sorry, I can't hear. I have to go do an interview. I will, sir.
How old are you out here acting like this? You look way too old to be acting like this. She peaked in high school and still follows around with her drum there from the marching band. Are you wearing deodorant today? She has her arms up. I don't think she's wearing deodorant today. Isn't this awesome? Wait, get this guy. Get this guy. Do you guys remember him from Tampa? So your pictures are really awesome, by the way. He acts so scared like he doesn't know what's going on. It's so funny because we can take out all this noise. Like, look, pan to the drum. Pan to the drum. There's going to be no sound coming from this because AI is so advanced, we can just take it out. I've got another marcher in my Hey, I thought you were concerned for me. All right, who's the Grand Marshal of this thing?
We just want to make sure you're safe. We know we got a lot of opposition out here. So,
is there a reason I should feel unsafe?
I don't think so.
Well, I have security, so don't worry. I don't need your protection.
Yeah, even very needed.
His sign says, deport Elon instead, which is really funny because the people who Trump is deporting are rapists and criminals and people who steal. And so I just think that's funny. He'd rather those people stay in the country. This is so 2016. You guys remember the clown world? This is so 2016. It's bringing back great memories.
He's a liar. He's Musk's little bit. Donald Trump and Elon Musk, you fascist.
Matt Walsh, I know you love it when people, especially leftists protesting, sing. So this is for you. I hope you enjoy it, and it ruins your day like they always do. So this is exactly what my 1-year-old toddler does at home. So you do need to let me through. You do need to let me through. You can't impede me.
Come on now. These are sidewalks. These are for everybody. But
I don't notice a wedding ring on him, and it's a wonder why he's single. I don't know why a lady would not snatch that up. Very masculine, very manly. I love him. How fast can you run? I won. You know what? For your
Okay.
Jesus, that's so annoying.
Yeah.
The drum thing has the baby all interested though. He was sitting there watching. He's like, ooh.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, just like children, you know. He was like wondering he's like, why do people not like Elon? And so I kind of just read through some Reddits and everything, and they think that he's a liar. They think that, he switched his position on a lot of things, that he doesn't really care about the environment because he supports a guy that doesn't believe in climate change. Kind of just vague. And then the main, what were you going to say?
Wait, well, I was just gonna say that, like, Elon, yeah, there's a lot of people that switch their position after realizing what the left is really about and everything and their agenda. A lot of Democrats got sick and tired of it.
Yeah, I seriously, 8 years ago or so, I probably would have aligned more with Democratic ideals. I've always been more of a libertarian. Not a liberal, but a libertarian, more of like, you do you, I'll do me, as long as it doesn't affect each other, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
But then their stuff started to affect me. It started to encroach in my everyday life. It started to be, and we live on a monastery, and it was still noticeable.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Like, one of the main things, though, that I've seen that they have a problem with Elon is they're like, he has so much money, why doesn't he give to charity? And I'm reading now that he gives about $108 million. Well, that was just the last donation. He donates the Tesla shares worth $1.95 billion. And in 2021, he donated about $5.74 billion to his nonprofit, but his nonprofit says it promotes renewable energy, saving the environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crewed space exploration, pediatric science, and engineering education. So helping people develop like usable jobs going into the future.
Yes.
I don't know what other kind of things he donates to. But there's that at least. So he does give away. And the main thing that I always hear is like, he's spending so much money to try to get into space. He has enough money to make a big impact here, to make life sustainable here on Earth. That's not his alignment.
No.
That's not his purpose.
Everybody has their own alignment.
That's right.
And his was space.
Ours is just that. That's for us. That's our line of work, to make at least our little corner of the world sustainable, livable, and something that's going to be around for generations to come.
Yes.
His is space exploration and settling other places for whatever reason. I don't care. Who are we to tell other people how to spend their money?
We're not.
You know,
We're nobody. I mean, they need to do it their own way.
Or yeah, or what their alignment is.
Yeah.
You know, it's like as long as I see that he's doing more good than harm, then it doesn't really bother me. You know.
Yes.
I'm kind of conflicted with the way he talks about AI and like the Neuralink thing. That kind of makes me a little bit uneasy. But you know, that doesn't affect me.
No, it doesn't.
You know, it's like until, just like with politics, until he comes to my gate and tells me exactly how to live my life in person, then I don't care.
Yes, exactly.
I don't care what he's doing. It's not a ripple in anybody's timeline, so let him be.
Yes.
But so mostly I just kind of come to the conclusion that people just don't like Elon Musk because he's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's just kind of blatant jealousy, if you ask me.
Same with Trump.
Same with Trump, exactly. It's just kind of like blatant jealousy. It's like they'll come up with all kinds of crap. It doesn't. Just go live your lives. People.
Yeah, do it.
You know?
Go live your life. And I think that we'll call this one here because I mean, this next it's only like 6 minutes and it's just the same thing.
You gotta try and find the part where she was telling somebody that I was her sister.
Okay, let me see what I can find, and then we'll do the.
It should be coming up pretty soon. Because that was a really good troll.
Yeah.
For your age, you did a good job.
Hey, what would you guys be doing if we weren't out here today? Don't show love.
What'd you say?
If we weren't out here, you guys would have nothing to do but suck up and get some Trump.
How am I a Nazi?
Oh my goodness. Hey, ho, ho! Elon Musk has got to go! Hey, ho, ho! Elon Musk has got
If you
to
like
go!
this content today, you can go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett to support my work. That gets her really excited thinking about people donating. So every time you hear the drum beat, donate $5 to my Patreon. There's another $5. That's my challenge for you today. Every time she beats the drum, one more sign up, one more sign up. Bang the drum if you love Elon Musk.
That was epic.
She said I love him a lot.
Fascist. Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
She's hurting your ears, right? My name's Jenna. Her.
We're with Fascist Radio. You gotta watch out.
She's
That's the
my
whole
sister.
intent here.
Wait,
They're
she's
not
my
us.
sister.
They're with,
No, she's my sister.
they're not. We're not misinformed.
My sister. So she's my sister.
She needs to.
She's a little like not all there. So don't like try to engage or anything because she doesn't really understand. But she thinks she's helping. Okay, she's a little slow.
I got it.
Yeah, thank you for understanding. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's okay. You just don't understand. It's okay. Hi. Do you like what she's doing?
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels.
All right. So this one here, remove. There's that.
That was funny.
That was a good one. This is a nice 2-hour long stream.
Well, kind of making up for the slightly slimmer ones we've been doing recently.
Yeah.
I think we've still been hitting that hour and a half mark.
Yeah, it's been an hour and a half pretty much every
for
one.
a while there. We were
Yeah.
doing like an hour and 45 to 2 hours. So.
So I'm gonna put an end to this and put these annoying creeps in my fat evil belly.
Yeah, you need to do that. Just consume them. Be done with them, you know.
Yep.
God.
Thank you, Sancho, for watching. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody else that's watching, like, subscribe if you haven't already. And
Good stream.
yes, we will see you all. We're gonna be back tomorrow night for
Theological
Thursdays.
Go over a couple new preachers that we found.
Yeah,
and,
we found a couple good ones.
Talk about that false monastic, I think.
Yes.
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
Alrighty.
Namaste, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Oh, shit, cat.
It's not over yet.
I don't